The summer market is usually a slower one for real estate, which is why I love to use this time to perform brand audits. A brand audit gives you clarity on how your brand is performing in the market. So if you've noticed that there are shifts in your brand or in your business where you're not getting as many clients as before, or people aren't responding the same way that they used to, this is the perfect indication that it's time to perform a brand audit. A brand audit consists of looking at your marketing materials, your branding assets, your messaging, your mission, and making sure that it's in line with what people are looking for now. And if it's not, you have ample time to make tweaks and edits so that you're ready for the fall market. I'm going to show you our 5-step process of performing a brand audit. Number 1, understand your brand. So many people think that their brand is their logo or their marketing assets, and your brand is so much more than that. Your brand is how you make people feel. So if you're not making your clients feel the way that you think you are, then you don't have a good understanding of your brand. So how do you get this understanding? Well, number 1, you have to know who your audience is. Who are you working with? And no, you're not working with everyone, because personalities clash, my friend. And if you have a more personable personality and you become friends with your clients, there are a whole lot of people out there who just don't want that. So you're not trying to attract everyone here. Who are the people who you've worked with in the past who you got along with really well? Were they more friendly? Were they looking for a realtor/friend? Or were they looking for an expert who kept a safe distance? A great example of this would be to identify your farm area and then identify your audience and put them together. So instead of saying, I work with millennials, you might want to say, I work with millennials who live in this particular area. And then you have a very clear idea of who you're speaking to and where they live or where they want to live or where they're selling their homes. Once you know what your mission is, your values, your brand voice, and your unique selling proposition, it's time to move on to step number 2. Step number 2 is the fun part. It's to assess your marketing material. Things to go through would be your logo, brochures, your website, your social media channels, print marketing, etc. You want to go through all these things and make sure that it's clearly representative of what your brand is. Number 3, do a deep dive into analytics. Yes, numbers are scary, and yes, a lot of us try to avoid them, but analytics can provide so much information into where your marketing is falling flat. You can also perform analytics on social media, so take a look at your best performing posts, take a look at things that people are responding to, take a look at who's responding to what on social media, and then decide, are you attracting the people that you want to attract, the right audience, your audience. Once you've done this, write down 3 to 5 things that you can work on or need tweaking, and then get to work on tweaking them. You're going to see such a difference when you do this. Number 4, probe past clients. Jeff Bezos said it best when he said, your brand is what other people say about you when you leave the room. Yes, it is. That's exactly what your brand is. I couldn't say it any better than that. So what better way to do some deep diving into if your brand is effective or not than to ask past clients? What I would suggest is coming up with a questionnaire of 5 to 7 questions that really dig deep into their experiences with you, how they felt, what they would change. Ask them 3 words that describe how they felt about working with you. Make it simple, but make it thorough. So you want to really get to the root of, is your branding working? So if you think your brand is fun, light, and fluffy, and the 3 words that they use to describe you are intense, educated, and forceful, then you know you might have some tweaking to do on what your brand represents. All right, our final step is also kind of fun. It's cyber stalking. Yep, cyber stalking. What you want to do is you want to go and take a look at the competitors or colleagues that you envy in your field, in this case real estate, and really ask yourself questions like, why do I like their brand? Why do I identify with this? What is it about this brand that resonates with me? Write all of these things down and then apply them to your own brand. This is the fun part, because you're going to start to understand or see themes that might not be included in your voice, your messaging. So it's really important to really dig deep when you're looking at your colleagues or competitors' brands and ask yourself really important questions. How is this making me feel right now? When I look at this postcard, what do I feel? Do I feel bored? Do I feel energized? Do I feel like I'm in good hands? What is it about their messaging, the colors they use, their logo, their photos? All of these things matter, and when you put it all together, you might see themes that can help you develop your own brand strategy. So there you have it, 5 steps to performing a summer brand audit. I hope this was helpful, and even though it seems like a lot of work, it is so useful, and you might just have the best year of your life if you perform this summer brand audit.